Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Liz Quirantes.
And I'm Jim Grimes. Former President Trump asking the federal judge in his Florida classified documents case to drop the charges against him. His lawyers argued that the Presidential Records Act had gave him, Mr. Trump, the authority to include those documents in his personal files.
They also contend the law the former president is accused of breaking is so unclear he could not have known he was breaking it by taking these papers home. If the judge finds either of those arguments persuasive, this case may never go to trial. I-Team Chief Investigator Mike Magnoli joins us live tonight. Mike?
Former President Trump very engaged in everything that was happening in the courtroom. I saw him whispering with attorneys at several times. And a lot of the arguments today are about the legal definition of things. So that phrase, need to know, what does that mean? And what's the definition of entitled? Lawyers were even citing things that they looked up in dictionaries. And a lot of this is to show the judge that the law that governs this is so ambiguous, they say it should go to Congress to rewrite it. His defense team arguing it should not go to a jury to decipher the law, let alone decide if it was broken. Former President Trump cheered by supporters as he arrived for a day of battle in federal court in Fort Pierce. At issue, pre-trial motions, which, if granted, could derail the government's case against him. A case that many agree is the strongest prosecution among the many that Mr. Trump is facing. Charges include willfully retaining classified documents and conspiring to obstruct justice. 40 counts altogether. But his defense team says this is nothing new. Bill Clinton kept audio tapes in a sock drawer, and Ronald Reagan went back to California with detailed diaries from his White House years. Throughout history, former presidents have saved material like this from their time in office, and they've used it to write books and memoirs. But only Donald Trump has been charged in this way. Judge Aileen Cannon asked many questions of Team Trump and gave prosecutors lots of time for rebuttal. The sparring often focusing on the details and precise language in the indictment and the laws, like what is authority and who has it, because a sitting president has the authority to declassify information, but a former president does not. So the judge has to decide on these two motions. She also has to look at the calendar and start trying to lock in some dates. If this does proceed to trial, late summer could be in play, but the Trump defense team arguing this should actually wait until after the election if it's going to go to trial, because they argue this is an attempt at election interference. We'll let you know when we get word from the judge. We're live in Fort Pierce tonight. I'm Mike Magnoli, CBS 12 News.